Welcome to the Packard-Ideal Shutter Company. This is our video for the number 6 shutter. We just did the number 5. If you want to know about how the bulb works, go look at the number 5 video because we talk about it in there. The number 6 shutter is similar to the number 5, a little bit more advanced. It has the standard bulb mode like the number 5 does, but it's got this little boss on the front, which if you look at the number 5, this is the number 5, no boss. Number 6 has a boss. Some older shutters, that's painted black. Some it doesn't have a hole in it. Still, this is number 6. The number 6 adds an instantaneous mode. You can also tell by looking on the back, you can see this little aluminum piece. Number 6 has that, number 5 doesn't. So, this is a number 6. It has standard bulb mode, open, close, just like the others. It's also got, always do this with the shutter closed, put the pin in the boss, and we'll show you a little bit more about this in a minute because I'm really doing this backwards, but it still works. So, as long as the shutter's closed, put the pin in, you get instantaneous mode. And that varies depending on how forceful you squeeze the shutter. It may be anywhere between about a 25th and a 50th of a second. You can do it slow if you're really good at it, but I wouldn't count on it. So anyways, that's the added thing for a number 6. It adds an instantaneous mode by a pretty ingenious mechanism internally. The way you set the mechanism is with this pin. When you have it mounted in your camera, this side is mounted towards the lens board. And the piston and stuff is inside the body of the camera. So your pin is actually going to come through this hole. I'm going to make sure the shutter's closed. This pin is going to come through this hole and come out the boss, like that. And that's how the number 6 pin works. And then ideally this is going to be mounted to something permanently, this collar, and then your pin will just slide back and forth. So when you're mounting this, originally, we provide this pin like this. It's long. It's probably a lot longer than you need. What you're going to do, you're going to mount your shutter. You're going to drill a hole, using this as a pilot, you're going to drill a hole through your lens board to tell you where to mount this thing. And then when you mount it, you know, it's going to come through and that's going to press up against your lens board, and you're going to push the pin in after you've screwed this to your lens board, and this is going to stick out on this end. And what you want to do is right at the end of this bushing here, you want to mark the pin like with a file or something, because that's where you want to cut the pin off, so that when you pull on it, this is screwed down, when you pull on this, it will pull the pin back far enough to clear the shutter, but it won't come all the way out of the casing, excuse me, so that it lines all up, and it'll be easy to push the pin back and forth. I don't have one handy that I can show you that, but that's basically how it is. This will get mounted to the front of the lens board, and then your pin will just be a push-pull on the front of your lens board, and you don't want it to go past this very far, and when you pull it out, you really don't want it to come past the end of the shutter. Another thing you might want to do is put just on the very end of the pin, put a little bit of a chamfer to help it lead its way through. Anyways, that's a number 6. And the number 6 pin, you've already learned about the bulb in the number 5. Pretty slick. If you need an instantaneous mode, this is what you need. Next up will be the number 6 synchro. If you have any comments, questions, concerns, cool cameras you want to talk about, whatever, contact information is here on the business card. It's on the end of the video. Give me a call, send me an email, talk to me about cool cameras. Buy a Packard shutter, put it in your cool camera, take some awesome pictures. Talk to you later.